that. And you guys really have, with the work on the book for sculptures, and now with the work on the jewelry, provided to the public a tremendous information material that will also provide for future collectors an opportunity to determine what is truly a Dali and what is not. And I think that is for every great artist a major subject. How can you keep the name clear from every scandal that might emerge, because there's in every business, of course, difficulties, and both of you have pretty much maintained that in such a discipline that it's really important for us to acknowledge that. And for us as dealer, it's a tremendous help in the dialogue with the customer, with the client.
But before the book, I'm organized in the sculpture about 85 exhibitions all over the world. I organized with Robert Descharnes, his father, an exhibition in Tokyo. Yeah. And he was there. He made his speech about the exhibition. It was a wonderful exhibition. So I met his father in Hotel Melis, just with Dali, and of course after he and his father, they made this book that is a consecration, say, from this work from Dali, because he worked a lot. Also in the year 30 he did sculpture in his kind to do the sculpture, because it was not classic sculptor. He was somebody who has ideas. The first sculpture he did, the first sculpture was the Venus. The Venus the draws. He did this with Marcel Duchamp. He said to Marcel Duchamp, I want to do this this sculpture with this draw, and Marcel Duchamp helped him to do this. Because the idea was
in the Louvre, what I heard last time from your dad, that where he owns one of those sculptures and provided that to the Louvre.
From him, the idea was more important, the realization, the concretization. The idea is on the bottom, on everything.
And ideas, there are plenty. I think no artist really reinvented himself over and over again as much as Dali did. One thing that, of course, for somebody who admires Dali so much, provides a little bit jealousy is the fact that you grew up around Dali. You were actually playing in his studio, what I know of, and you pretty much, from little childhood on, lived with Dali and with your father.
Yeah, he grew with Dali.
Yeah, exactly. How was that, Nicolas?
Alors, the thing is that while my father was very close to Dali, he was working for him, making research. So the studio of Robert also was a mystery and something very curious, because for Dali he makes some research in science, and then he prepared also some painting. He used to make the calculation for the perspective when Dali was doing the stereoscopic paintings. Mm-hmm. So it's Robert who was making the calculation, because Dali had to paint two paintings. Now, of course, Dali used assistant to help him in paintings and things like that. And he used my father also to do all that, and also to make some picture, photo of model that will be the inspiration for paintings.
You guys did, I think, about 40,000 or 50,000 photos from Dali.
60,000.
60,000. And you, I think, also have like traveling exhibits with those photographs. Is this correct?
Yeah, we made in the early 90s an exhibition in the Salvador Dali Museum here in St. Petersburg. This exhibition was scheduled to stay there 2 months. It stayed 1 year because the people love it.
I want to draw.
He made a book with the photo from Dali. He has a book.
Yeah, it's more a catalog, you know. The last year we had an exhibition in the Museum of Cadaqués,
Yeah?
where Dali used to stay during the summer, and this exhibition had a great success, and it stays there 6 months.
I think it's wonderful that you're also for such a long time actually not only active participating and supporting your father, but you also have provided for him a tremendous amount of help and information that really led to these significant books. And I think in every regard, like a catalogue raisonné or books are a very important tool in order to get a global view of an artist's work and the scope. And I think also the fact that everything has to have order, and you and Robert Descharnes are very orderly in this regard and have been really very meticulous in every regard when it comes to authenticity and all of those things, has provided a security that has led to collectors that are very satisfied. And I can only say that from the Musée de Somalia, there is some great satisfaction here. They are very excited, and there was actually an outdoor exhibit already, which was very frequented. Thousands of people went through Mexico City and looking at those sculptures that Mr. Benjamino, Levi, and Salvador Dali have been responsible for. Let me direct you in another direction now, because I think what we are dealing with right now is an economic problem that we all feel worldwide. You hear every day banks that get bailed out, and corporations are getting bailed out, and the whole financial system is pretty shaky. But then we have, besides that, we have the substance of art. And I think it's very important also for people to know that sculptures during the lifetime of Dali have been part of Christie's and Sotheby's auctions. Is this correct?
Yeah, still today. Until today.
It's, I think it's really a lack of information that a lot of people have, that Dali sculptures have been around for a long, long time and have been an important and significant part of Dali's work and life work. And I think that the Louvre also honored that with the Venus withdrawal, that actually just took one particular sculpture and made around that an entire exhibit. That really, for the first time, attention was given to that subject. But we have pretty much on a yearly basis auctions that provide to collectors Salvador Dali sculptures, large and small. And I think also what is very important to say is that the statistics are very much in favor for art. Most people, unfortunately, don't have really that kind of background in order to understand that there's an additional quality to the beauty of art and to the decorative aspect. It's a great investment. What would you tell the investors out there that have lost so much money in the last couple of months in regards of diversifying portfolios and considering art, like Rockefeller did, like Getty did, and many others?
I am not a financial man. I approach this argument always if I have a client saying you have to like what you are buying, and the future will be working. He has to like. He has to have a feeling for this. And I am not financial. I don't know. I am not a magician to know the future. You know.
You know also a little bit the developments here. Would you say that actually sculptures from Dali are today even more exciting and more interesting also from the financial perspective as they ever have been before?
It's an investment in something that exists, and it's in 3D in front of you, with a quality, with a work. It's made from cast, with bronze. It's something that the value will never decrease.
I think your dad and you actually have also accumulated a very nice collection of Dali.